I'd now like to introduce you to our next speaker before we take a break, and that is Dr. Huseyin Gungor from Emotional Loyalty Consultancy, and he's going to talk us through some findings from a PhD research.
So something happens in customer contact environment. They end up in the emotional domain. They are either satisfied or frustrated. This is the choice what we have in contact centers, either to satisfy customer or frustrate customers. And they remember what happens in the emotional domain. They don't remember, hey, I bought this product because it was a good price. When they bought it, it's done. But they constantly evaluate, they constantly change their views about our companies after they have a contact with us. So one of my conclusions was identifying transactional satisfaction and identifying emotional satisfaction could help us to develop some business models. How can you identify whether a customer contact was successful, whether a customer was satisfied or dissatisfied? There are a few methods that you could trace that. One and most easier one is a reactive one, like a complaint management strategy. If customers are dissatisfied, they will let you know so that you know about your transactional satisfactions. But the problem with that is that only 10% or maybe 15% of dissatisfied customers do complain. 85% of the dissatisfied customers do not tell you, but do tell their friends. So that is information that vaporizes. I noticed that our simple CSRs know all about it, because an average CSR talks to 60 people a day, 300 a week, 15,000 a year. They can tell us something about customer satisfaction. If your agents are telling you, this group of customers left us with a happy feeling today because I noticed they were happy, they had no problems with us, and if you survey those customers, 100% of them will say, yes, I have no problems with your organization, I'd like to stay with the organization. So the more the positive the agent observations about the customer satisfaction, the higher the loyalty intentions. It's so simple. The trick is, if you empower your agents with observing customer satisfaction, they unconsciously behave differently because it is their task to view about customer satisfaction. And they start looking at the customer satisfaction and they stop looking at their watches. If your most important KPI is average handle time, agents will only look at their watches. If you instruct them, most important KPI is your CSAT, then they will start looking at customer satisfaction. And one of the things that I change in those training programs, that I teach them how to recognize emotional clues. And you don't have to be a rocket scientist or psychologist to notice whether or not customer is satisfied. Okay, between satisfied and very satisfied, it's a tricky part, but we are interested in extreme parts. If you get it right in the extreme parts, extreme dissatisfaction and extreme satisfaction, you have a manageable number of people to make some actions, like extremely dissatisfied customers can get an extra call. And the percentage of those customers are several. And you can make it from 3% to 1%, and your customer churn rate will immediately be affected, because dissatisfied customers are more likely to leave the company than logically satisfied customers. This is the chart actually that sums up everything. It took 4 years to build up, and it takes 40 minutes to explain, so I rather skip that, because I'm sure we are ready to take some coffees. If you have more questions, you can ask me, you can visit the website, you could buy the book, or you could just simply enjoy the Vienna after the course. Thank you very much.